Counterpart, can't you see? That's why your beer just hypnotized me, and I just love your flashy cans. That's why they broke and you're so paid. Anyway, this is an offering that I got from the 2025 Brewtubers get together via one Shane's Craft Beer Review, Hypnotized from Counterpart. And just for Shane, by the time this video drops, it'll be well into hockey season. So I'll let everyone know how to rep their team on the ice in style from the Dead Threads apparel shop. We'll do all that together and get a little hypnotized right after the theme song. Welcome into the Upstate Studio with yours truly, Nutmeg 2 Palmetto, for another beer review. One of the beers that I got from the 2025 Brewtubers get together, because we swap beers when we all see each other once every fateful year. And this one was from the legend Shane's Craft Beer Reviews. A very much hockey aficionado, being a Canadian. If you want to rep your hockey team or any of your teams in the Dead Thread style, you can head on down to the description below, click the link, and use the code NUTMEG15, that is NUTMEG15, NUTMEG15, for a 15% discount off anything across the Dead Threads apparel shop. So, this one, called Hypnotize, if you like my little rendition in the intro, that's kind of where I hope that's where this beer was inspired from. It really does, because otherwise I'll just look foolish. But anyway, let's get a closer look at the can on a trip around Canada on the Shane Cam. So as you can see, and I always love the Counterpart cans because they have a very funny texture to it. So I'm a very tactile person. You can hear me scratching it. Hypnotize, a fruited sour with Concord Grape, lemon, and lime. It is 5.5, so that's right in line for a sour. There's a bunch of jellyfish scattered across the can. It is in yellow, green, and purple. So we think grape and lemon, lime, yellow, green, and purple, right? Counterpart Brewing just gives their address. Keep cold drink fresh. When did Shane get it? Does it tell me? Package 16th of April 2025. So when I'm drinking this, about 5 months. That's not too bad. It's a sour. I mean, like I said, dates are, to me, only important for IPAs. Not a lot of check-ins, 131 to 125 unique, and 116 ranked to 3.56. So pretty average, but I know sours can be a bit polarizing, so we don't necessarily judge a sour by that rating unless it's like really, off the moon. Fruit sour with Concord Grape, lemon, and lime, 5.5. Drinks like a red sangria while capturing the nostalgic vibe of all things grape and purple. Judging by the pictures, it looks fairly thin, so I don't think I was all planning on doing a shake cam for this, but I don't think I will. I'll just roll it around a couple times just in case there is some sediment in there. But I won't do the full shake cam just because it doesn't look like it requires it. It's very interesting with the red sangria note because that makes me think Flanders. And now I'm really curious if Shane's ever had this and if he likes it, and if it reminds him of his oh-so-hated style, the Flanders. So, we'll do the ode to one flight down with a shaklook. It's foaming up a little bit, so we'll get in the glass. Hard pour, you know how we do. It's running up. Yeah, I mean, I can already see the light coming through this pretty good. So it's definitely not something that was thick, fruity, and frothy and in need of a shake cam. Oh, I smell it already. Holy cow. Yeah, you may not be able to see that, but I can see my shadow fairly clearly through that beer. It's pretty dark red, like blood red. A little lighter around the edges, of course. On the head, it's got a little bit of a pinkish hue to it, I would say. Let's get the aromatiques. I do kind of get the grape on the nose, but it's otherwise very, very taken over by lemon and lime. Lemon and lime can be very, very strong, as I've noticed in my experience. Grape's a pretty strong note too, but definitely not as strong as lemon and lime. So you get the grape, and once lemon and lime start to take over my nostrils, it's a lot harder to pick out the grape. So the grape's pretty subtle, but let's see if it's subtle on the flavor, because that's what counts. And it could be very, very different. Cheers, friends. That's going to be tough. Holy cow. Oh! That is tart in the traditional sense of the word. Not tart how we think of, not tart in the sense of how we think of those big sweet fruit smoothie sours, but tart in that Brian the Beer Snob loving pucker up your face sensation. I kind of get a little bit of a sangria vibe from it on the finish, because it does kind of leave a red wine sort of aftertaste. So I can kind of get that. And it does kind of taste like a little alcoholic, a little boozy, like you would taste from a wine. You would taste from a Chardonnay, or, you know, some, obviously Chardonnay is not red, but like you would taste like a very kind of basic type of grocery shelf type of wine. That kind of flavor. To me, a red wine is more sweet. This does not taste sweet. This tastes a little more astringent. That's a very, very interesting flavor, and it does have quite the pucker effect. So if you're okay with your sours making you kind of have that effect, then I'll do it again. Yeah, that. If you're sensitive to sours and you don't like that sensation, you probably won't like this. But if you're down with the pucker, you're going to be down with Counterpart's Hypnotize. And it's easy to get hypnotized by rocking your gear in the Dead Threads swag. Head on down to the description below, click that link, use code Nutmeg15 at Nutmeg15, Nutmeg15 for a 15% discount off at checkout. Cheers, friends. Here we go one more time for the sign off. See you next time.